So having your goals written down somewhere, you will see them each day, and of course that's a good idea. Your mind will notice that there is a discrepancy between you, where you are now, and where you want to be, which will create a pressure to change. I mean, that's really, really cool. You've got to stay focused
yes,
on that particular thing that you want to do. And this says if you lose focus, you can always bring it back. Without a regular practice of focusing on your goals, you may be distracted by something. And trust me, you don't want that to happen in 2018.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And this is one tip that seems to be regular on every tip that we bring in the mornings. You know, there's always this point that says focus, focus, focus. And it just makes me think that, okay, it's important that whatever you're venturing into, you must be focused. You can't be, your attention can't be divided.
Yes.
You must be sure that, okay, this is something you want to pursue and pursue it to the end.
I mean, a double-minded person is unstable. Definitely. If your mind is not stable, you're just going to have your mind moving, and your life will not even go in the direction that you want it to go in.
All right, our next tip here says that you should plan of action. Being clear about what you want, knowing your purpose, writing your goals down, committing to them, and staying focused gives you the power of clarity to write down a list of action steps. So you may not know all the steps ahead of time, but you will know the steps that take you in that direction. So having goals is important, and planning to achieve those goals. This sounds more practical.
Yes.
Like if you're going to do something, you write it down and you put steps on how you want to go about it. I remember the other time we were talking on the show, and you mentioned how before you could achieve something, you had to actually state clearly what you were going to do. That's okay. Example, now you want to improve your wardrobe. You want to get more clothes. So it's not just about writing down getting more clothes. You must state, okay, I need to go to the market. I need to save this amount of money every month so I can change my wardrobe. I can get more shoes. So this is about practical steps of achieving your goals.
Exactly. I mean, isn't that beautiful? So moving to our next tip, this one talks about no time like the present. To show how committed you are to your goals, think of something you can do right now that will get you moving towards fulfilling your goals. Now, you know, there are short-term goals, there are long-term goals.
Of course.
There are some goals that like maybe a week, and there are some goals that it takes years, you know, to get there.
Of course.
Like maybe you want to be a good singer. All the amazing singers and musicians we have in the world today, they didn't, you know, come out of their mother's womb.
Does that include you right now? Because he's an amazing singer.
Now, that does not happen. You understand?
Yes.
You train yourself gradually. You begin to work on your tone, begin to work on your pitch, begin to work on, I mean, there are so many sides to it. Maybe the reason I can relate to singing is because I do sing, and that's why I'm using this example. So it may be a business setting. Maybe you have to go take a course or something, have a mentor to, you know, to just guide you and tell you like, okay, if you fall, this is what you should do. Expect challenges. It's not going to be a smooth ride. You know, all those things are just process, and you can't jump the process, you know, to be whatever you want to be, honestly. So no time like the present. You have to take advantage of the now. And of course, you will be surprised how this simple step reinforces all the previous steps and gets you motivated and moving towards what you desire. Because I mean, the previous steps, we talked about plan of action, we talked about staying focused. I mean, if you don't start right now, it'll be July and you'll be like, the year is gone.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, we'll go on to our next tip, and this one says accountability. You must be accountable. So to push through when things get tough, you have to hold yourself accountable unless you bring it outside help, or unless you bring in outside help like a coach who provides it for you. So yes, I think first of all, you must hold yourself accountable. You must take responsibility for things that you want to achieve. It's about you, so you can't have someone else doing it for you or putting the blames on someone. You get, and we have people like that.
My teacher does not like me.
Talk about a lazy man who always blames his tool. Excuses over and over. So you must be accountable, and it makes sense to have someone beside yourself who can provide valuable feedback at critical junctures, like a friend or a mentor, just as you mentioned here. You need to have somebody that you look up to or you're learning from. So telling your friends and family about your goals may give you the accountability you need. And yes, that is true. When you have someone who shares the same views with you or who is aware of something that you want to achieve, when you're slacking, that person person can just give you the vibe that you need to get back to achieve it. So of course you must have somebody there around.
Yes. All right. This is feeling more like a show now and not a segment of a show. Our last tip this morning, talks about a review. So make it part of your day to review your goals, take action, like, going back at it.
Of course.
What have I accomplished? What needs to be done?
Yeah.
And this keep your goals alive and, the top of your mind. It's a good time to convert the overall plan to, of course, discrete action steps that you can take throughout the week. It will also help you to be aware if one goal feels stuck and you are overcompensating on another goal, and that's very, very important. You will know if you're dwelling too much on a particular goal. So depending how long it will take to achieve a particular goal, so that way you're able to prioritize, and you know what next to do. If you're dwelling too much on one, you have to give more attention and more focus to the other one.
Absolutely. It may not be easy, but starting is most important.
I mean,
all right.
Just to add something, it's doable.
It's doable.
Honestly, it's doable. You can do it.
All right, to go on a short break here, and when we return, we'll bring you, right now, we'll bring you the weather forecast, and after that, we'll bring you headlines from our national dailies. Stay with us. The Bright Morning Show is still on.